What's up?
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey,
We
How you
live?
doing?
You
live.
We're live.
We're
we
live.
alive. We up in
Hola.
the
It's
east.
been a minute.
I
It's been a hot
know.
minute. I know since we did the once a month thing now, it's like
crazy. One time a month. It's crazy.
It's kind of nice though. Like,
hey.
hey,
How you doing?
kind of nice. Someone's on YouTube.
It's not me.
It's D this time.
My page is always the last one to load.
It's fine. It is like a little bit of a delay. But yo, thank you for joining in. We'll give you guys time. In the meantime, we did something we said we were going to do.
It was about time.
We said we were going to do something and we did it. And Ben is about to show it right now. Right
Put
now.
that ish on full screen, Ben.
DJ, run that back.
Turn my mic up. Turn my headphones up. Turn my reverb down. Pan me to the left.
Give me some more trouble.
That is definitely the middle.
That is the
Ben,
middle.
Ben.
That is on mute.
That is on mute.
No!
What day is it?
Wow, guys.
Oh,
It's been a long time. Yeah. It's been a long time. Hey yo, what day is it?
Domingo.
Oh shoot, that's right.
Let's go.
Sunday night is calling me to chill with my crew. Yeah. Gotta find my phone, they're hanging out on YouTube. It's a cyber soirée. Time to link up, I'm on the way.
So much in the world to conversate about, we keeping it real, and the music stay loud, always giving the feels.
Tune in for a hang once a month on Sundays. Listen to us wrestle with the questions of the day. Underground thoughts from the common in the family. At 8 o'clock each, and it's a cyber soirée.
Soirée. Party. Oh, soirée. It's party. Oh.
So many fun memories.
Hey.
I know, right?
Oh
it is.
man.
We got to give Ben a huge thank you for making that video.
Yeah, Ben. Thank you, bro.
Sorry, that was a clumsy start to the video, but we got there. We
Dude,
got
So professional.
It was fantastic.
So,
I mean, we're just doing the best we can. This is just
GG Kanyeezy for Sheezy.
Well, how have y'all guys been? I mean, we moved to once a week. How do y'all feel? Like, what are you doing on Sundays now? Like 3 Sundays out of the month now that y'all not with us. Like, what are y'all doing, JC Gabby?
We were out of town for like 3 weeks.
Ooh,
Yeah, we were in Milwaukee with our family.
ooh,
Yeah, so we're back in real life again.
that's so wholesome.
Yeah,
Back to life.
super fun.
D, what'd you do?
Nothing. Spending money that I don't have on things that I don't need, and wasting my life away day by day.
Oh my god. The way you said it, bro. Spending money I know.
While our son learned to climb stairs.
Yeah, man, this little kid, man, just turned 8 months over here climbing stairs and stuff. Look at this. Look at this. What you doing, man? What you doing? Chill out.
D, what's one thing you bought?
Huh?
What's one thing you bought?
I bought some speakers.
Okay.
HS5s.
Yes, some Yamaha HS5s. I'm actually about to buy an office chair because this bench that I have is the worst. I bought some video game stuff, like just spending money for no reason. Just wasting money.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm happy for you. I'm that happy for you.
I bought some new tires for my minivan.
See, ball out. You got it.
Oh my
Ball
gosh.
out.
We got the windows tinted
Oh, I
on the
got the
van.
windows tinted.
Oh, I see. You're a real Latin king now. I understand.
We go to
Hey.
Milwaukee and we got our windows tinted.
You're a real Latin king now.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And-
That's amazing.
yeah.
You guys, I'm gonna play a song to kick us off. Is that all right?
I think you
Awesome.
should, Brittany. I think you should.
I'm waiting for my guitar. I have the adjutant today. Her name is Emily. Thank you, Emily.
Ooh, wow, look at that.
What, my guitar?
Yeah.
I love my little guitar. Oh shoot, Emily, can you pass me my pick on the over there on the thing? This song is called Compassion, and I hope you guys like it. On the thing. Oh, well, I don't have my pick, so I'm gonna just play it without my pick. If a half empty stomach makes you hungry, imagine life for people on the street. If a neighbor's untamed yard can drive you crazy, imagine seeing bonds break through their concrete. Image is something of importance, but only when you've got anything to prove. Well, the world just don't seem fair and all it's left you is little or nothing to lose. Live your life and have your fun and share it with everyone you love. Raise your kids and raise your glass for every single freedom that we have. But while we're looking for the next best thing to happen, heaven pray we all find some compassion. All of those bodies walking signs across the pavement, crying out for justice to prevail. It's not another traffic inconvenience. One day we'll see it's history that we made. Could we let empathy repair what hatred breaks? Live your life and have your fun and share it with everyone you love. Raise your kids and raise your glass for every single freedom that we have. But while we're looking for the next best thing to happen, heaven pray we all find some compassion. It's not always a big event, time and money that we spend trying to make the world a better place. It's usually just a helping hand, an open mind, the will to stand those hard conversations with folks you got you figure out. Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Oh, live your life and have your fun and share it with everyone you love. Raise your kids and raise your glass for every single freedom that we have. While we're looking for the next best thing to happen, oh heaven pray we all find some compassion. Oh heaven pray we all find some compassion.
Hey, I love that song every time you sing it.
Thank you. I appreciate the snaps.
Your last is
Sometimes you gotta snap your fingers and do your step. You can do it all by yourself.
Nice.
saying.
And then just have some super like, baby girl, what's your name?
Let me talk to you.
Let me buy you a drink.
I'm T-Pain.
You're gonna see.
Just completely remix the song into like terribleness.
That was super, super
I'm
special.
going to buy you a drink. A martini. What? Get it, bro. What do you think, D?
D,
What do you think, man?
what's going on?
It's great. I love everything. Always, forever.
You tired, bro?
What?
You tired?
No, I'm fine. This is how I always am.
No.
D made his mixing debut when he mixed our theme song that played at the beginning of the
Yo,
show.
that was super dope.
That was my contribution. I just want to give more than I gave the first time.
Oh, because you didn't.
I just
help
want to say
write
for
it.
the record, we are so honored that D Wilson could be a part of
Yeah.
the theme
You
song.
know,
Just kidding.
it was, yeah.
What a privilege and an honor.
Don't we have some current events, Brittany, to talk about?
Well, currently D mixed our Soirée theme song. And we have a guest. D, introduce our guest.
I thought we were gonna. I thought we were gonna talk about another thing before I did the guess. Or am I bugging?
No, we can talk. What you want to talk about? What's on your heart?
Oh, nothing. Hey guys, so we have a special guest, and man, let me tell you about this guy. No, this guy's actually super duper dope. We've gotten to know each other over the last year. He's from Florida. He's one of the millions of black men in Florida with dreads, except his look the best. He's an incredible songwriter. My favorite song of his is T-Shirt Man. Please welcome the homie from Florida, Royce Lovett. Hey,
What's
Florida.
up? Florida, I like that, bro. I like that.
Florida.
Florida. Man, how you guys doing? Good to see you guys.
Good to see you, bro.
Wonderful.
Good.
How are you?
I'm doing well. It has been a trying few days. Dealing with a few household stuff, but all is good and all is well. You know what I mean? Trying to one day at a time, right?
One day, man. Sometimes even half days. Honestly, if I could just make it to noon, I count it as a victory.
Yeah, straight up, straight up, man. Dang, I feel y'all. There's so much family and so many homies on here. I forget that I'm live, and I almost just told y'all everything that just happened.
Man, it's good, bro.
Hey, man, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. I mean, it's we can always shut the YouTube off and just turn it.
Take it off.
Yo, man. So I'm super happy to be a part of this. When I wrote this piece, I didn't even really think I was, me and Britt talked about this a little bit. Like I didn't even really think it was like all that meaningful. Because I was just in a weird place. As a writer, I just was, I lost two aunts like very close back to back, and then just everything was kind of happening with like my career, and then COVID and household stuff, and then just being a part of the community, and then the protest that went down and still going down in my hometown. I just felt in such a weird place, and so when I was asked to do this, I actually it felt like a throw up of myself, but I'm glad that people saw what it was, and after I saw what people saw it as, then it actually ministered to me. So I'm glad that you guys had me on here to drop this. So I appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Royce.
All right. So should I just jump into this, or I've actually okay. I've never done a uh, I've actually never really performed a poem on YouTube before, so I'm gonna try to get in my character real quick, and then I'm gonna go for it. All right, cool. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice. I don't know justice. And I haven't met peace. I mean, I was told that I met her. I was told that peace has been around here, but they must be confused. I mean, maybe they're confused with silence, perhaps. In fact, I asked silence, and she said, nah, young man, peace don't live around here. And I don't even look like that queen. She sings, carries a big sword, and her smile is clean. Her hair is natural, and it rings like bells. And in heels, she sits a little tall in injustice. I don't know justice. And I haven't met peace. She said, Justice's arms are long and his embrace is strong, and you can hear every step he takes. No, not every step he asks for. You can hear every step he takes. No, not every step that is given. You can hear every step he takes. She said, Royce, go back and tell them they got me wrong. I am silent. My cousins are dumb, hush, mute, quiet, settle, sit still, shut up. Royce, you know them. I don't know justice. And I haven't met peace. But I've been waiting. I've been waiting for them to pull up in one accord, but I can't wait much longer. These arms ain't much stronger, but they strong though. Shoot, I'll pat myself on the back. Look in the mirror, don't know how to act. I'm black, I'm black, I'm black. I'm black. What does that mean anyway? A word full of culture, but void of identity. That's why I gotta love my enemy. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't always walk around proud, but even when I did it, I put my fist up and I said it loud. I'm black. I don't know justice. And I haven't met peace. But I can't help but wonder how it would feel to know him. I can't help but wonder how it would feel to ride with peace and justice in that one accord. I want to know him. I want to see him. I want to talk to him. I want to kick it with the same folks that they roll with, like freedom and liberty and opportunity. I want to breathe. Not inhale. Not inhale, but inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now listen, you said it and I'm flattered. You even used the hashtag Black Lives Matter. But when Yeshua left the many for the one, I knew my Black Life Mattered before the hashtag was relevant. My skin is heaven sent, but I don't know justice. And I haven't met peace. I wish I could walk away from this microphone. I wish we could end the soiree saying that we met them, but I can't. I wish I could give your ear the resolve it wants to hear, but I can't. I believe in a redeemer. I believe in a God of creation, but I can't because I haven't met him. I don't know justice, and I haven't met peace. But I tell you what, I'm going to keep looking, and I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep shaking. I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep yelling. I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to keep voting, growing, and engaging because I'm going to meet him. And when I meet him, I'm going to bring him to my school. I'm going to bring him to my job, my house, my hood, my friends, my brother, my sister, my mother, my father in jail. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Because I don't know justice. And I haven't met peace. We don't have to die no more. Love is what we're fighting for. I know that I'm worth more than a t-shirt. We don't have to die no more. Love is what we're fighting for. I know that I'm worth more than a t-shirt. T-shirt.
Yikes.
Appreciate it, guys.
That was
Amazing.
beautiful.
Wow.
That was so so beautiful.
I
If you
appreciate
all
it.
if you all want to hear, I don't know justice. If y'all want to hear, I don't know justice. It's actually out right now. It's on our Praise and Protest album that we began releasing about a month ago, and I don't know justice. We released about 2 weeks ago alongside Black Boy Run. So make sure you go hear it. Royce, you're incredible.
Man, I super appreciate it. Thanks so much for having me on here to talk for a little bit and share this piece. It definitely means a lot. Definitely means a lot. Every I think everybody has their own story of meeting justice or not knowing justice. But I was happy that you guys allowed me to speak for quite a few people. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And yo, D, that intro was fire. I appreciate it.
Hey man, I'm just here to make you look as famous as you are in real life. So I love you. That's all that really matters.
Love you guys.
Too, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, guys, my daughter has a joke. Come tell everybody your joke.
What do you call?
No, you gotta do it. Come on, you're a performer. Do it in the camera. What do you call?
What do you call a fox with no eyes?
What do you call a fox with no eyes?
What do you call it?
What do you call it?
A fox no eyes bar.
Rose, bye, please. Thank you.
What?
Go to bed.
Oh, what?
A fox, no eyes ball.
What do you call it?
I mean, it is what you call a fox with no eyes. So
She's really profound. I love it.
yeah, she's got it.
Wow. Y'all, we're gonna bring out Ben. Ben has been engineering the sound and all the stuff. We're gonna bring out Ben for our conversation that we do every soiree. We have a conversation that we typically do, and I was texting. I was texting Ben, or I was on the phone with Ben about something. I don't even remember what it was. I was like, "Hey man, we need something to talk about during our discussion part of the soiree," and he immediately, like, quickly said, "Let's talk about cancel culture." And I was like, "Cool, dope. Let's talk about it." Because I'm down. So that's what we're talking about right now.
Here we go.
This is happening right now.
Right
We're gonna be talking. Yeah, we're gonna be talking cancel culture. Now let's define cancel culture. Somebody define it.
I'm still trying to get over that joke.
Aren't we supposed to invite Royce back for this one too?
Yeah, I would love.
Royce, come on, Royce.
Come on, Royce.
Let's go.
So
My bad. I'm back. Okay.
I think it's important to. It's definitely important to define what cancel culture is to have a conversation about it. I think that, based on what we were talking about before, it seems like there's two different kind of viewpoints of what it is, and one of these is the tendency to cancel someone because they're not saying things that are necessarily in line with our own ideologies. You'll see this happen on like college campuses where they'll bring someone on that's maybe of a different viewpoint than the majority of the students, and they'll ask the college campus not to bring people like that or people with that ideology onto that campus. Mm-hmm. And there's the other side that we were talking about that's more like when someone in an organization or something like that does something and then gets fired for it or something and they're being canceled. And I my view of it, I think that's more of just a good work business place ethics. Like, of course, if there's misconduct, someone should be fired. So I think that when I was thinking more in line of like just shutting down the voices of people we don't agree with. But it'd be fun to talk about both like we were earlier, for sure. I know it's a topic that I don't think any of us are necessarily experts on. It's just a thought it'd be
Oh no.
interesting to talk through with our group of friends. So
No, I'm totally down. I mean, I think like with stuff like cancel culture, we just kind of we watch it all the time where people just kind of get like axed out of like whatever their whole field is, and I think sometimes it lacks grace, but also I think a lot of times some people for whatever reason are able to dodge cancel culture and they kind of just keep doing this same repetitive behavior that made people want to cancel them in the first place. So I'm all for like, hey, just stop doing stuff that gets you canceled, like intentionally, just weird stuff, um, or terrible things. So for me, I'm always when I hear cancel culture, I immediately think, um, I immediately think, man, this really sucks that you're having to go through this like online backlash, and this must be really painful because like just as an everyday person, like if one person is mad at you, we stay fixated on it, like if somebody's mad at you, somebody's talking about you behind your back or whatever, or saying something about you, or like kind of going around talking about you, like just like a normal person, it's like it can really like overtake your whole day, like if you let it. I can't imagine like when like thousands of people are all having an opinion about something that you've done. But at the same time, there's this accountability factor where it's like, no, actually, you need to be called out. Like, nah, this was wrong. And if you had the balls to do it, you got to take the consequences that come along with it. So,
totally
freedom of speech, freedom of anything doesn't come without consequence.
right.
And so for me, I'm always like, if you were bold enough to do it or say it and get caught, then you gotta take this thing, especially if it's like just blatantly terrible.
Right.
That's my thought on
Sure.
cancel culture. Some people do need to be canceled. That's my thought on the culture of cancellation.
Yeah. I think I agree with that. Um, I think what that description was more of like responsibly keeping people accountable for their actions,
Mm.
as opposed to what I think my understanding of like cancel culture as a culture is just shutting down voices of people that you may not agree with, um, which I think if you do that enough, the eventual repercussion of that is a space where the only voice left is confirmation bias. It's like something that's confirming your own held biases, which I think is an inhibitor of growth. So that you might maintain those biases based on like people you surround yourself with or things you've read, like for like actual valid reasons. There's also like it's important to hear a scope of things to make I think an educated and level-headed view, personal view, if that makes sense.
Yeah, completely. I think so because that's what any detective does. I mean, you got a good detective. You know what I mean? They're trying to hear all the voices. Um, I do agree that by my point is like if you're trying to get rid of cancel culture, then you're a subculture of cancel culture. Like um it is a fine line of I can say what I want to say and what I shouldn't say.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Um but I do think the problem that we've had most of I think what happened like when you just look at like information like now like the threshold on being ignorant is really low right now, and so I think the the repercussions of cancel culture makes the threshold of being ignorant really high,
Hmm.
and so I like it low. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. And so I do think that it's a privilege to be able to cancel somebody. At the same time, it's a privilege to kind of say whatever you want to say at the same time. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really have too much of a view on it. I do think and agree that if an organization is like, hey, we can't have this by whatever reasons they can't, then that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that perhaps there should be a place for it. You know what I mean? But
for sure. And I think the place for it is kind of the juxtaposition between the two different kind of versions of cancel culture we're talking about. Like, I think it's clear that one of the things we're talking about is like canceling things that are worthy of being canceled. That like there's just kind of a collective consciousness around like this is toxic, this is harmful, this is not uh, something that is positively affecting discourse or even like people's lives and bodies. Like, um, and then there's like the more like kind of less nuanced side of it that's just like, oh, I don't want to hear what you have to say. And I think it's important to define which one of those you're talking about when you talk about what cancel culture is. Like I said, I don't know. When Britt called and we were on the phone, I was just like, I'd like to talk about this with my friends because I don't really know.
Not right now, baby, because you're going.
So I tell you one thing I would never cancel is her jokes though. That's a
Never. And I think that's the thing, Ben, is what you're saying is the distinction between um, what is, call it institutional cancel culture. I don't know whatever you want to call it, but I think so much of our current culture has picked up to this. Well, I'm gonna start digging up to people that I don't like,
Or
and I'm gonna
just
find
shaming,
something
just shaming people.
that they said wrong or could be taken out of context to cancel them out because I don't like them. Um, and Brittany, you said this too. Like, grace is not a part of it all, of any of it. It's like you're done, you're done. It's just it's crazy. Um, I have seen some instances where people have been canceled, and they go back and they say, "Yeah, I said that, and this is what I meant. If you want to have a conversation, I'd love to have it." And they'll start engaging in conversation, and then you actually start seeing some people start to be like, "Oh, I understand," and some people even try to recant their statement of the cancel. You know what I'm saying? Uncancel, resubscribe. I don't know, but um, what is the space for it? Is social media the platform? You know, I honestly, this is just me. Maybe it's just I'm such a feeler. As I can disagree with somebody and be like, "Yo, they deserve to be canceled," but then I see all this stuff and all like seriously, it's hatred, and I'm like, "Yo, is this person going crazy?" Like if that was me, yo, I'd be going nuts. I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, the world hates me. I'm worth," like for real, So I mean, is what is the place? Where's the place? How do we handle that in our world today?
uh, interesting comment in. I'm headed over looking at the YouTube as well. Stephen Davalos, I hope I said that right, said cancel culture's response to people is often just as extreme as the church's response to people that are seen as other. As Christians, I believe we're called to muddier waters than just right and wrong. I think that's huge. I hadn't even thought about the context of cancel culture in the context of church, particularly the American church, and like who do we cancel and not extend grace to? Because I think a lot of the times that word is, I mean, it's used in a lot of different contexts and ideologies. Like you have a lot of like more conservative people that are upset at like liberal colleges canceling conservative speakers because they don't want to hear it. But then you also have like a GOP representative this week is calling to cancel the Democratic Party because of ties to racism in the past when the Democratic Party and so it comes from all sides politically, but to think about it in the context of church definitely opens up a whole different conversation. Like who has the church canceled and where is that right and wrong and what in Stephen's words, what do the muddy waters look like that we're actually supposed to wade into? I would argue that Jesus waded into a lot of muddy waters that uh, religious elite would not be comfortable with, and we see a lot of that same attitude in kind of religiosity today.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's a great question.
absolutely. And I do think, if anything, the positivity side of me is always going to say, with cancel culture, though people can go to the utter extreme and just like totally like go crazy and just like literally kill people with words, but there is such a level of accountability that I love that I think it should help people be like, yo, I just got to be a better person. Like, hopefully, you would hope so, because it's like today, like Will Smith said, like, um, racism has always existed. It's just getting filmed. Well, all these other things have always existed. Now it's just being brought to light for some reason.
Yeah.
We all need to be held accountable.
And I think, then there needs to be grace, and there needs to be a path of like, what's the transformation of, okay, yeah, I messed up, but I think cancel culture just like, no, you're done. You're done. We say I'm sorry, and they say it doesn't matter. And I think that's so wrong. I think that's where cancel culture has gone a little too far, where we can just sit back and we can throw stones at people all day long. But if we're just not gonna even give them any chance and just throwing things, like that's not bringing about change either.
Right.
So,
There's no path to any kind of redemption or restoration.
I think there's quite a few. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, Royce.
I think there's quite a few different kind of angles to look at sometimes, because the problem that I have with cancel culture is that if something were to get canceled, then it kind of makes it taboo to talk about that topic. You know what I mean? If you have questions, or you're wondering, or you're wrestling with a topic, it makes it taboo to talk about that topic, or you know what I mean? And that's kind of hard for me to digest a little bit, because I'm gonna go ahead and say it, like and this is directly taboo. Nick Cannon, like when he was
I
saying,
was thinking about
it's
that.
like it was crazy wild nuts. At the same time, there's been some books I've been reading that talks about migration and the slave trade and the origin of this, that, and the third. All different people thoughts, you know what I mean? And people, when they release a book, they're trying to sell a book just like we're trying to sell records and XYZ. So they're going to say whatever they have to say to sell the book. I get all of that, whatever. But at the same time, for me to say, hey, like I was wondering, I was sitting at Berkeley a year ago this time, and I was at a TED talk, and I was listening to some people talk, and they were talking about like these two white guys. They're talking about like the difference between like a Neanderthal and like another, like three other creatures, or three other human like people. And in my head, I was reading these books, I was like, I wonder if someone just went off the rails a little bit and then just went down this lane where they could call people evil. That's what the Nazis did. That's what other people did. You know what I mean? Like they can call someone a lesser than human. You know what I mean? And so even talking about those topics, like how that came from, when something becomes cancel culture, like those topics get taboo. You can't talk about them anymore. I even questioned like 4 times to myself, Roy, should you even bring up that topic to see if it's okay to talk about? But that's my problem with cancel culture, as well as the well, that's all I'll say. That's because you were going to say something, Bree. So
I just wish that cancel culture like was effective in more ways than we use it. Like, can I cancel Sally Mae, or like
yes.
Like, can I cancel waffle fries from Chick-fil-A because they're like always trash? Or
waffle
like,
fries at Chick-fil-A? No, bro.
Nah, bro.
waffle fries are butt, bro. They're
No,
booty.
they not.
They're cross-hitched booties.
They're
That's
a
what
fine
they are.
butt, then.
What would you prefer?
I like that booty.
I would actually prefer. Here's my beef with waffle fries. They're a poor execution on a really good idea, and let me tell you why. If Chick-fil-A told you, "Hey, we're gonna deep fry little waffles and serve them with your chicken tenders," what would you do? What would you did?
That would be fly.
That would be flame.
fly. That would be so flame.
Can I use cancel culture? You know what I mean? Can I cancel like calories when I eat like a triple cheeseburger and a shake? Like, can I just go like, can't like calories? You're canceled because you're toxic. Because calories are toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, so.
This is my favorite rabbit trail.
I love it.
I actually canceled Chick-fil-A in my life. But anyway, that's a whole other subject.
Okay.
That's a great subject. You know, that leads us to a great place, which is they're different. Like, for some people, everything is so relative that like like this is why I don't think cancel culture has ever actually been effective, because people can always find a sect of people that agree with them where they can still maintain their level of authority and influence. Like let's call it, a chicken sandwich, right? Like, yeah, for some folks, like they'll never eat Chick-fil-A again. Guess what? Chick-fil-A's market share has probably grown in the last 5 or whatever years it's been since that scandal, because you can always, Kevin on stage puts it, if 99% of the world hates you, that still leaves millions of people that potentially can vibe with what you say.
Straight up, straight
So
up.
it's like, for me, like, none of us, I think cancel culture, like, um and within cancel culture, people assume that the object of their cancellation is more powerful than they are, and they also assume that they themselves are more powerful than they are. At the end of the day, you can't you can't be certain that that person doesn't still have a following,
Right.
or a level of influence. Like, I just checked Nick Cannon's Instagram. He still has millions of followers.
Straight up, straight up.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's fine. Like, he'll probably be fine. Like, so I wish cancel culture worked so I could be skinny.
I wish
The
cancel
six pack.
culture.
Like, I would cancel mad weight. Like, I would be like 200, and I would cancel all the body fat.
I like that.
Cancel culture is inconsistent at times. It really can be inconsistent. Like me, my own personal cancel culture within myself, I know that it's inconsistent. I know I don't eat at, I mean, full disclaimer, I don't eat Chick-fil-A for political reasons, but I still shop at places that might, and I haven't even researched as well, they might have sweatshops. I
Right.
know that it's
They do have, they absolutely do.
and so I know that it's inconsistent. It's just like it's within my conscience where I'm like, yo, I don't really want to rock with this. And it's also just an easy thing for me to give up because I can just go somewhere else if I even want to go somewhere else in the first place to get some fast food chicken.
Right.
And so it's when I think about cancel culture, there isn't really a medium. That's what my thing really is with cancel culture. There's no medium. It's like right now, like prime example is Kanye West. Like it's very clear to so many people that right now this guy is having like it's some mental things are going on, whatever is going on with him. It's just that's what everyone thinks. And then there are some people who are saying pray for Kanye, something's really going on with him. And then other people that are saying nah, cancel him, stop listening to his music. And so it's like, well, what is the medium? What is the medium? I don't know. I'm still figuring this stuff out. And I recognized how I think the first time I really sat and looked at like the inconsistencies and sometimes the ineffectiveness of cancel culture when the documentary came out about, or the docu series about R. Kelly came out, and his Spotify, all his streams shot through the roof. So I was like, oh, cool. So everyone's canceling online, but like everyone's listening to his music. So I don't know. And that's a thing that's personal, that's close to me. When you talk about misogyny, when you talk about sexual abuse, that's a thing that's very personal to me. So I'm like, I just don't want to listen to it. But everyone canceled him online, but everyone was listening to his music too. So
Those
I don't.
same people went right to listen to "Step in the Name of Love." As soon as they said mute R. Kelly, they went right to "Step in the Name of Love." I saw some of them because you can see people on Spotify if they don't have it on private. I'm like, oh, okay, you still love "In the Closet," and I'm from Chicago, so I have to vote for Kanye. Like that, we already sent the Chicago memo around to the city. Is that I already got the email. All Chicago's voting for Kanye anyway.
All right, sounds good. Can I bring up some of the comments?
No.
Can we talk about some of these comments? There's some good.
Yes, and then we need to bring out Andrew soon.
Absolutely. There's a couple. I'm gonna start at the bottom because I love this. Stephen A. Smith said council culture instead of
Council culture, not cancel culture.
Yep. So
Skip Bayless.
Amen.
I like that. And then this is interesting. Going back to the concept of the church canceling people, Jessica K said church cancel culture goes all the way back to the excommunication from Rome, and that makes me think kind of like in like 400, whatever BC or Common Era AD, whatever you want to call it. Constantine essentially co-opted Christianity for political gain in Rome. And when that happened, a lot of the inclusivity in the early church got pushed out because Christianity got sucked into the imperial Roman construct. And so that's kind of when you started seeing like women being pushed out of the church spaces. And so that's like a negative repercussion of the church canceling people, is like when it got co-opted into Roman culture, essentially church culture became void of women leadership, which had been a kind of a 400-year legacy of Christianity. And that's like a something that we see, like not even ripples but like tidal waves of to this day. And like women are still trying to gain a voice in the church, but there's like almost 2,000 years of oppression of women in church leadership because kind of they were canceled, I guess. So there's an interesting repercussion of it in that context. But you're right. I think that if there was a way to do it responsibly, then you're right. It seems like it's either extreme one way or the other, and it doesn't seem like the idea in like its purest form is bad. But I don't know.
Cancel culture only really worked when you could like behead people.
Oh my!
Oh my gosh.
Or enslave people.
We're talking about the French Revolution now.
Oh my gosh. Ben, I can always count on you for a good old history lesson. I appreciate it. I'm snapping for you today. I'm snapping. We should bring on Andrew though, you guys. We've got a few more minutes. We've got 2 songs left, and thank y'all for sticking around. This conversation was beautiful, and I'm gonna be thinking about cancel culture and who I'm going to cancel tomorrow.
Go on forever.
Yes,
All right.
I love it. I am super excited that we did not cancel Andrew Padilla. With
I'm excited about that too.
Yo, hold on. He's got a super. Come on in, Andrew. Andrew, I'm about to give you props real quick. Latino, dímelo. Come on, bro. De Colombia, de Nicaragua, de Florida. I'm from Puerto Rico, bro.
Hey, man. Sick.
But dude, hey, I want to say one of your newest singles, "Burn Again."
Yeah.
Well, that's a bop.
Thank you, man.
Is that the one where you dripping the honey?
No, that's the newest one.
I think that's
It
a
is
Meg Thee Stallion
fire.
video, Brittany. I'm pretty sure that's a Meg Thee Stallion video for the breakfast.
No, that's an Andrew Padilla video. Okay, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. He even added a blooper video too. I was like, oh, this is fly.
Oh.
Anyway, we'll let you talk about your song.
Oh.
Emily says your graphics are out of this world.
Oh, love you, Emily. Thank you. Hey, guys. Thanks for having me.
Emily, thank you.
Yeah, so I'm a visual artist kind of first, and then I started doing music and producing. So kind of what I'm doing now. And yep, so I'm going to play a song for you guys.
First, before you play, who are you canceling? 1, 2, 3, go. Name 2 people that you're canceling before the week is out.
I don't know, man. I don't like canceling people.
Dang it.
Cubs.
All right.
What are you
So, yeah.
singing for us today?
Yeah, this is the first song that I ever wrote and or released under Ecclesia. So it's funny though, it's a song that I keep coming back to, a consistent prayer, even as my theology has changed through the seasons, even as I've grown. It's like this song is consistent for me, and it's called Hands and Feet. I believe in miracles. I've seen broken lives healed by broken hands. In spite of all the obstacles, seen number feet choose to take a stand. Who's to say I'm not a miracle? Who's to say that I'm not wonderfully made? Who's to say this mess ain't fixable? Who's to say my God can never make a change? Give me a love like the Father, fire from the Spirit, to be the difference that I'm gotta be. Open my eyes to the need, heart to the head, and to be the body, be the hands and feet of the love we need. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh, not what I do, but what you've done before. That has the strength to make a slave into a son. So any service made to God above is the overflow of a love lavish upon us. Give me a love like the Father, fire from the Spirit, to be the difference that I'm called to be. Open my eyes to the needy, heart to the hurt, and to be the body, be the hands and feet of the love we need. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. This love is, this love is, this love is Jesus. This love is, this love is, this love is Jesus in me. This love is, this love is, this love is Jesus. And this love is, this love is, this love is Jesus. Oh, this love is Jesus. Yeah. Be in love like the Father, fire from the Spirit, to be the difference that I'm called to be. Open my eyes to the needy, heart to the hurt, and to be the body, be the hands and feet of the love we need.
So good.
Right.
Yes.
Thing.
Amazing.
Are you gonna let your hair grow out again?
Am I gonna do it, dude? I had it grown out for like a year or 2 years. I don't know, man. It'll take a while.
I love that you started the verse as a baritone. I didn't expect you to start that low. That was flame. I like it.
The whole thing.
Thanks for having me, guys.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much for being with us.
Such an honor.
Incredible.
Bros.
Out.
Fire.
Emily!
Hey!
Gang, gang, gang,
Yo.
gang.
Hello.
Are you in Tennessee or is Brittany in LA? Ooh, the intrigue. Where are they?
We're in limbo.
Oh my goodness.
Just kidding. She hasn't canceled me out of her apartment yet. I'm hoping that she doesn't. We're in Tennessee.
You guys gonna sing us a song? I'm so excited for you guys to sing because you two are like my favorite people. So
love you.
I just love you guys. Incredible artists, songwriters, like they're just amazing, and we get to see them together. And here are my children to watch.
Together. No, we're together. We're together.
Okay, here.
No pressure. They're gonna watch you.
We just wrote this the other night.
It's called Half of the Low.
I get high, I get low. I'm a rolling roller coaster. And the friends that I know, they all feel the same. I'm a wreck, fully loaded. Life ain't all it seems, but I'm hoping. I get high, I get low. It all feels the same. Have you ever tried to find the time? Take a look
I feel hot, then I'm cold. I'm a hurricane in motion. And the places I go, they all know me by name. Leave a mess when I'm going, 'cause I'm naturally outspoken. I feel hot, then I'm cold. It all feels the same. Have you ever tried to find the time to take a look around? On the other side, you'll see grass much greener, but life's always sweeter when your heart beats thankful. When your heart beats thankful. Let's get high for the low. Raise a toast for all the broken. Sing a song we all know. When the tides start to change. When the tides start to change. When the tides start to change. Have you ever tried to find the time? I'm sorry. Take a look around. On the other side, you'll see grass much greener, and life's always sweeter when your heart beats thankful. Heart beats thankful.
We did it.
We did it. We got through it.
Love it. I love that song.
Thank you. Hi, family.
Say hi.
Hi, girls. Hi.
You like their song? Yeah. Did you
You
like
did? We did something right.
You're hard to please.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us. We are going to be here last Sundays of the month. So last Sunday soiree. That's what we're going to be doing moving forward. Just because we started at the quarantine, the beginning of it, and like when everyone had nothing to do, but now the world's kind of opening up a little bit, depending on where you are. And you know, people just be having stuff to do. So we want to do once a month in hopes that we can all just spread the word and come together once a month and do our talks and songs and shenanigans together. So yeah, anybody got any last words for last Sunday?
Well, for Kanye, guys, he's probably our best hope. In like,
all right, thank you guys. You all have a wonderful, wonderful week.
He wants to end homelessness and like revamp the prison system and stuff like that.
Well, thank you all. We're so super grateful to everyone.
And he's from Chicago. Lupe Fiasco.
Okay.
He gave us Big Sean. He gave us 2 Chainz. Listen, look at all the stuff Kanye gave us, and y'all don't want to make this man president. That's crazy. So that's all I'm saying. Don't worry about it.
Love you.
We love you.
We love you guys.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you, Em.
Love you, Em.
Vote for Yeezy. Yeezy 2020.
Yes.
Come to Minneapolis.
Okay.
Are we done?